Hey guys, I'm Rheanon Nicole, aka Zombie Barbie, and I want to thank Indie Horror Film Creative and Tony Newton, all the guys over there, for asking me to come on and answer questions for their segment called Meet the Actor. So, first question was, how did I get into acting? Got into acting by one of my dearest friends and director named Antonio Flores. I met him probably about 13 or 14 years ago, and he had approached me and asked if I wanted to act. At that point, I really didn't. I was more into writing and modeling. But when I was younger, around probably like 11, 12, 13, I would always write these little scripts and always swore that I was going to send them to Wes Craven. And I would write myself in as I was this, the main actress getting murdered or slashed up and whatever, and was going to send it to Wes Craven. Of course, I obviously never did that. I was also 11 years old, so I really don't know how good the script was. But that was my focus at that time, was more the writing and modeling type area. So he asked me if I wanted to do it. I said no. He came back at me a couple weeks later and said, "Are you sure you don't want to try?" And I'm like, "No, it's not really my thing, I don't think." So then finally, after talking a little bit, he had asked me again. He's like, "All right, if I write this script, get you down to California, let's film it. If you like it, great. If you don't, then you don't ever have to do it again." So I'm like, okay, I have nothing to lose. So he wrote this script it was a little short film called The Demon in the Woods. He got the cast casted a couple guys for the special effects who they had actually attended Tom Savini's special effects school, and got us all together. We filmed it. It was so much fun and absolutely amazing time. I loved it. It was really great to see what goes on behind the scenes and how you do make a movie, because I had never been involved in that before. So after that, I was pretty much addicted. Unfortunately, that film never made it out, just because a bunch of stuff had happened in California to where he just couldn't get it done. So it's still sitting in the vault, but I'm really hoping that does come out because it was fun. But yeah, so that's how I got into it. What was your first role? My first role was actually that one, The Demon in the Woods. I think the runtime on it was maybe 45 minutes or so. Could have been a little bit less, but that was just a really great experience. It was fun to get dirty, basically, with, like, I was a witch, so I got to be a burned witch. I also got to be a demony type witch, so that was super fun. Got to have latex applied all over me. I looked super burned and disgusting. I was chained up to like stakes and everything. That was super cool. The removal of the latex really sucked though, so I wouldn't recommend that. That wasn't fun. But we were on a budget and we were trying to get it done quickly, and that's just some things you have to go through. But that was first role. Unfortunately, like I said before, it hasn't come out yet, but one that I do have out that's actually out is called Selfie. So that's a short film on YouTube. So I guess the first released film that I did would be that one. After that, I ended up moving on to local television, where I was a horror show host on local TV here in Boise. It was called What The. So I did that, where I would host really old horror movies. So that was super fun. It also got me comfortable in front of the camera. And I got to read like off the teleprompter and kind of add humor and stuff. It was super, super fun. I guess they were kind of all three my first thing. It's just which one came out that you could see first. How long have you been doing it? It feels like forever. I would say it's probably been 13 years, maybe a little bit less, but it's been quite a while. It's such a long process unless you know the right people or you are already in an area where film is huge. It is hard to get into it. It's hard to get out there. It's hard to get connected to people. Luckily, now we have Facebook and lots of social media where it makes it a little bit easier. And it seems like once you find your niche in there, you don't realize how connected everybody is. So it is getting easier, yes. But the beginning, it definitely wasn't. So it has taken a long time. Plus, like I said before, I was really focused on my writing because I am an author. So that is mainly what I did my focus on. But it's been a long time. What have you worked on and currently working on or plan to work on? What I've worked on was Demon in the Woods, which is not out yet. I did a short film called Three Bodies, One Grave. That one's not out yet either, but it will be here in the future. I got to work with some really great talent on that one as well. Christopher Inlow was the director. I got to work with Patrick Boyer, who has been in a lot of indie films, Jerry Reeves, who's been in some trauma films. I believe he was Toxic Avenger. So they were in it. Got to work with this really great little kid named Hunter. He was super cool. He played my son in the movie. I don't know how much I'm allowed to give away, so I don't want to say too much, but so that one will come out. I also did a piece in a full feature film called The Darknet. I was alongside Christopher Inlow for that one. We just did the Dark Web mystery box with Tony Newton and a bunch of other great actors. So that was super fun. That is on YouTube, also available to buy on DVD at Morehouse Films. I am also working on a few other films with Tony Newton in the future. So I believe this summer we have quite a few going on. I am right now in the next couple of weeks working with Lauren Lepre, who is the director of The Dark Military. So we're going to be filming some stuff for one of his films coming up here soon. I'm also going to be working on a film with Johnny Daggers, who owns Dagger Vision Films. It will be in the future though, for sure. No dates released, nothing like that. It's in the works right now, but keep your eyes and ears open for that. Once things are going, we'll definitely have you updated. So I'm super excited. He's a dear friend, amazing director. So I'm super excited for that. Johnny Daggers and Lauren Lepre were both on this show, Indie Horror Film Creative. So make sure you check out their interviews as well. They're badasses. So that's about it for now that I'm working on. What advice do you have for upcoming actors and people wanting to get into the film industry? Never give up. It has been a long time and a long process. I'm obviously still not where I want to be, but I've met some great people along the way. I've met some people that aren't so great along the way. One thing to always remember is everybody is not your friend. Just always look out for yourself as you're trying to look out for everybody else, but just never fully trust everyone. The majority of people are great, and there's so many supportive people, especially in the horror community, and it's just absolutely amazing what a family you do get, and especially with all the connections and how everybody is connected. There's some great people out there, but the main thing is just always know that you can't give up. Just keep going for it, keep going for it. So I'm finally starting to I'm noticing my hard work paying off, and it's worth it. Even if you're behind the camera, it's so much fun just to be able to work on a movie in general is just so fun. Learn everything that you can. It's good. A lot of indie films, everybody has to put in more work than just being an actor or just being a director or just being a producer, whatever. You have to do everything. So be willing to do that, because your hard work will be seen by the people you work with, and then they will be able to tell the next people that you did your job and you are good to work with. All right, so now is where I get to promote myself. So I am a podcaster. I have a show called Sinister Parlor Podcast. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already. I've had some great actors and directors and just horror fans on there. It's incredible. So it's so fun, the people that I've met and I still get to talk to and work with. It's great. Like I said before, check out the Dark Web on YouTube and buy the DVD at Morehouse Films. I am also, as I said before, an author. So I have 2 books out right now, Broken Halo and Broken Halo Blood Curse. These are published by Crazy Ink Publishing, and they are available on Amazon on Kindle and print. I do have a 3rd book in the series coming out in January. And then I will have another book coming out, part of a box set. It's called Possessed by Passion. So make sure to follow Crazy Ink Publishing on Facebook and also Possessed by Passion, where we'll keep you updated with everything. Follow Lauren Lepre, who, as I said before, director of The Dark Military. We're working on a film right now that should hopefully be out soon once we all finish filming. I don't know the name of it yet, so I can't tell you, but definitely follow him. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So I just, again, want to thank you all, Indie Horror Film Creative and Tony Newton, for getting me involved in this. It's been a lot of fun. getting to work with him has been amazing. So I thank you all so much and have a great night.